Alright. Here we go. So we have Stellar Blade Platinum.
Who are you?
My name is Fargrimur. I come from a settlement nearby. I came here to seek help.
He almost died.
You
Vreesluik had fallen to the Draugar.
And to something
I
else.
walked into a massacre.
What was that?
And they took me as well.
But he was not like
Why
the
were you
others.
bound to that pole? What were the Draugar doing?
I'm calling to the creature, drawing her forth with
Her,
thunder
a
and blood.
creature called through death.
And I was an offering.
Tiger.
But why? Why were they calling it? It killed them.
Are we safe now?
I seem to worship her.
He seems too calm.
What if she comes back?
Her dark heart seems to speak to their own. I mean, all the old gods have left these lands, so
We should leave as well.
we find new ones where we can.
This land is cursed, Senua.
We will only find death.
Everyone is dying, and you know they will blame you.
Everyone does.
We do.
What are you going to do?
What can we do?
Follow him.
I need to return home, to my people.
Go with him. He can help you.
If you come with me, I will offer you what help I can. But I have to warn you, the creature stalks my village.
Ill tiger.
We can offer you refuge for a time, but not safety.
You've seen her before?
They have no hope.
To my cost. To everyone's cost. She haunts this
They
land,
have lost
from here to my
everything.
village in Red Hills.
If we go with him, she will find us.
We will find her.
Maybe you can fight her, Senua.
So you're from Orkneyar by your accent. How did you come here?
As a slave. I have the slave master tied down there.
He brought you here.
The master.
Maybe he escaped.
We don't know his name.
Þorgistur?
We do now.
I didn't ask his name.
Þorgistur of Borgarvirki.
There. We need to go there. He knows.
He knows.
You know it? Can you tell me how to get there?
Yes, but why would you want to go there? They'll kill you, or worse.
You need to go there, Senua.
Don't doubt. Don't be a coward. He can help you.
He will show you the way.
You don't need that monster.
What was the name?
Thorgest.
By the gods. What a terrible thing this is. The Draugar were always savage. This is worse than I ever thought possible.
It is a good game. The first one was amazing as well.
Thorgest is still there.
Still alive.
What are you going to do, Senua?
You know what to do.
We don't need him anymore.
What do you want to do about him?
Nothing. Leave
I
him.
don't need him. You can tell me where I need to go.
He cares about him.
Well, if you leave him, he will die. Draugar. Or simply starvation.
Don't doubt, Senua.
If the Draugar took him, it would be no
The
less
first
than
one or the
yourselves.
second one?
Help me.
She is weak.
Don't feel pity. He doesn't deserve it.
She cannot do it.
Something about him.
She saw it.
Not just a monster.
She saw it.
A ray of light.
The first one wasn't that long.
There is no choice.
You could speedrun it in probably 4 hours.
She's not listening to us.
Stupid.
She is saving him.
That monster.
Monster.
That wound looks bad, Þorgistur.
I don't want to talk to
Well, if you accept my hospitality, I can have it treated. You will not make it far alone.
I will come with you. this changes nothing. Not expect any gratitude from me or my father.
How could I?
You still haven't told me what she is. Iltoiga.
So many questions.
She's
Yeah, the
giant.
first one, I think I platinumed it in like 12 hours. It was really short.
A giant.
I mean, it was still a great game, but really short.
Fargrimr knows this land.
Many have tried to fight them, but all have failed. They're immortal. Maybe the gods can kill them, but there are no gods in these lands. The giants,
I'm kind of bummed it's not on PS5 because I wanted to platinum this one too, but
well, at least there's some
Ah.
respite by day.
it is what it
Notice.
is.
The nights grow longer. Come winter, there is no day.
I need to fire up my Xbox anyways, dude. It's been a long time since I fired my
Soon the
Xbox
time
up.
of man will end.
Shit, I don't think I've turned it on since Halo Infinite.
This place.
What is this place?
My settlement.
In pain.
I led my people here,
Broken.
promised them a new life,
Called this home.
an escape from the madness and misery across the sea. For some time we were happy,
Like us. We were happy. Until him.
but then the volcano and the darkness came.
The monster started.
Honestly though,
Iltöga stalks my...
I'm not into the console wars. The console wars really get on my nerves. But one really great thing about the console wars is we, the consumer, the gamer, benefit more than anybody. And that's why, like, I'm not all for my Xbox is better than your PlayStation, because I could care less about that. But when you have Nintendo versus Sega and, like PlayStation versus N64 or Xbox 360 versus PS3, it makes those companies come out with better and better games. Okay, Xbox releases Halo, PlayStation releases Last of Us, Xbox releases Gears of War, PlayStation comes out with Spider-Man. You know what I mean? And it's this tit for tat that I think is extremely healthy for us, the consumer, and it's something that I want to see more of. Like I'm right now at this moment in time, I'm a PlayStation guy because of games like Bloodborne and Demon Souls and The Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima, and and the list goes on and on and on. But that doesn't mean I'm like, screw Xbox. I honestly wish that Xbox would kick into high gear because it forced PlayStation to be even better than they already are. You know what I mean?
A settlement when night falls. She tramples our crops and kills what little livestock we've left. We're starving.
Why don't you leave?
We've tried.
They failed.
No matter how far we get by day, as night falls, she hunts us down. And there are children here. People too weak to run. We're trapped. Night on night, our numbers fall.
He is asking you to help.
No, he isn't. They need you. They are
Does this
dead.
game have
They're
ray
going to fight
tracing?
back.
Let's see. Dude.
Gods. What a ruin. Where is everyone?
On the rocks.
And
High.
so
Say,
I honestly think that. Hold up. Is my mic hell loud? Because it's showing red right here. And I don't want it blasting the eardrums out. So the thing with, okay, I've got a Steam Deck. I have the Lenovo Legion. I'm getting a ROG Ally. I'm only getting a ROG Ally to review it. But I think that right there could work. I really think it could work if instead of consoles being in competition with each other, we can actually get gaming studios in competition with each other. See, Microsoft buying everything up and Sony buying everything up, I honestly think that that's really bad for us as the consumer, because then it goes right back to the console wars thing again, and it goes back to everybody resting on their laurels because they have a monopoly on everything. Now, if we can get all these independent studios like Square Enix and From Software and Shift Up and so on and so forth to actually come out and go, no, screw that. We're going to stay an independent studio and we're going to create better games for whoever we want to create them for. I honestly think that environment could work. And I do believe that the future of gaming is the mobile market. I think that with the Nintendo Switch, the introduction of the Nintendo Switch, I really do think gaming has taken a step forward into being a genuine mobile market. You know, we have the Steam Deck, we've got the Lenovo Legion, we've got the Aeneas Air Pro, we've got the ROG Ally, we've got the Razer Line X or whatever that thing is called. Like, companies are really starting to push this mobile market. And I think with the advancements of all these gaming laptops and everything, I honestly don't even think consoles and PCs are going to be a thing anymore. I think it's all going to be some sort of mobile thing, like, you know, people with Apple AirPod Pros, and people are just going to be, like, plugged in all the time. I mean, I want to stick to consoles because I'm old school. You know, I go way back to the Sega Master System. So that's why I'm always going to like consoles. Like, I own a couple of PCs that are fairly decent. I'm not going to say they're top of the line because they're most definitely not. And I usually buy all the consoles when they come out because now that I'm an adult, I have a little bit of extra spending cash to work with. But I'm telling you, man, having things like, I don't know if you've had access to a Steam Deck or anything yet. Dude, I think it's the future. And with the Nintendo Switch 2 coming out this fall, I think this fall, maybe fall of 2025, I don't remember. To be honest, I can't even remember if that's been confirmed or not. But dude, I think the Nintendo Switch 2 is really going to push the boundaries of mobile console gaming. And it does look like a movie. It's an extremely clean looking atmosphere in this game. I honestly think Sony will keep doing the console thing for a long time.
Victor, I can't reach them.
You know, they're like Nintendo at this point.
The chance.
There is no
Where,
honor in the path you've chosen.
you
Say
know,
that again, old man, and I'll gut you like a fish.
Thorgester,
it's like when most old timers, when you talk about video games, they think of Nintendo.
What does he mean? Who
PlayStation is in that same stratosphere.
No honor. He said there was
You
no
know,
honor
that
in these
gosh
cities.
dang
Which path to choose?
This place.
place
has
that
secrets.
that station of play, right? You know what I mean? Like, that's old timer shit. I honestly don't think I honestly don't think that Microsoft is going to keep putting. I think Xbox is dead, and I'm not saying that to talk shit about Xbox, but honestly, why would I play anything on Xbox when I can play it on my PC? You know, I think the way people are seeing it now is, why would I invest in an Xbox at all when I could spend a little bit more but buy a PC, and I can keep my PC better than consoles at all times. You know what I mean? Instead of every 5 years I have to buy some new updated console, I buy a PC once like every 10 to 15 years, and all I got to do is just keep replacing the graphics card or adding RAM to it. You know what I mean? And maybe buying a new updated monitor or something. But I mean, literally anything that I could play on Xbox, I can play in Steam. I can play on my deck. I can play on my Legion. Like, I don't even need, I can play it on my damn phone. I can pull up Xbox Game Pass on my phone, and I can play Xbox games on my phone. Well, I hopefully, Xbox is going to pull their head out of their ass, like Microsoft is going to pull their head out of their ass and go, wait a minute, competition can be healthy for everybody, not just the people making the games, but the consumer as well. So I'm really hoping that over the next year and a half or so, we really see Microsoft start cranking out some good shit, because I think in the past 2 years, Microsoft has released like what, 4 exclusives? Like what, Pal World, Hellblade 2, Redfall, and Starfield. And those are the only exclusives that have been released since what, Halo Infinite. And that's not good, man. That is not. Let me take that. I don't know about any like racing games or anything like Forza or anything like that, or if there's any type of sports games or anything. To me, sports games are irrelevant because they don't hold any sort of value at all whatsoever. Whether it's monetary, whether it's interest, they don't hold value at all, because they're constantly coming out with new sports games like every 3 months. So to me, that's why you can see like MLB The Show, and then 3 months after it comes out, it's at GameStop for like $1.99. You know what I mean? Because they don't hold their value. I heard the same thing. I heard the same thing too. And what I heard is that they're gonna stop making consoles, and they're gonna be a straight up streaming service like what was that Google thing? That was kind of ahead of its time. Stadia. That they're gonna be a lot like Stadia, where you pay like a monthly subscription and you get access to all these games. I just don't know. I don't understand how that's gonna. Okay, let's say you get The Last of Us, right? You drop the last. Sony drops The Last of Us 3. Dude, everybody and their brother is gonna buy a copy of that fucking game. You know, and when the collector's editions they make for that game, everybody's gonna buy those too. You know what I mean? Those are gonna sell out. That will in turn pay for itself to put money back into that franchise. But if you're just renting all your shit out to everybody for $15 a month, like you're renting your entire library, how is that going to pay for good quality AAA games? I don't understand that. Like, the math isn't math in my head. You know what I mean? Like, if I pay $15 and you pay $15 and person C, D, and E all pay $15, that's, you know, like 45, $60 a month from 4 different people to play your entire library. I don't get how I feel like it's going to end up like the phone mobile gaming market, where we get like a shit ton of Apple Night type stuff. You know what I mean? Oh, they put a lot of their games on PlayStation. Sea of Thieves. I think Pal World is coming to PlayStation. What was the other one? Oh crap! They were talking about releasing another one. Indiana Jones supposedly is gonna get pushed to PlayStation. All the Fallout games ended up getting pushed to PlayStation. Like Fallout 76, you know, that got pushed to PlayStation. I hope not, because Sega crashed and burned hard. Nintendo has been around for like 140 years. They've been around since like the 1870s. And, you know, granted, the video game market is only like, what, 45 to 50 years old, like mainstream video gaming. Like 1979, that's what, 20, it's like 45 to 50 years old.
She feels it now.
Nintendo is still, I mean, the Switch is the highest selling, like one of the highest selling consoles of all time.
Something is coming.
And for Sega to think that they could compete with that is just, like, other than the Wii U, I can't really think of a shitty Nintendo system. Like the N64, great. The Super Nintendo, fantastic. The NES, amazing. You know, even the Wii was a lot of fun. It was something that the entire family could play. Yeah, that's because, the reason why is because
Rising from beneath the earth.
a lot of people that are playing on PlayStation are playing single player games. That's why. They're playing games like The Last of Us. They're playing games like Spider-Man. They're playing games like Ghost of Tsushima. They're playing games like God of War. They're playing games like Bloodborne, Demon Souls, you know, Days Gone, Horizon, you know, and so on and so forth. That's why it's kind of hard to find people on PlayStation.
She's here.
You need to run.
Run! She's here. Let's go. Get to the hills!
Here.
Oh shit.
You can do this. She is everywhere. Go.
Well, Sony has the same thing now too. So Sony linked up with Discord, and that's, you can actually link your Sony account to the Discord account, and that's like their version of Group Finder. You can create posts in Discord and find other people that are into the same kind of thing as you are. Like, I have my Discord and my Sony account connected. I don't really know how to use Discord yet. I'm still trying to figure that out because my old ass is really technologically illiterate, and I'm still figuring a lot of stuff out. But I know that there is a way that you can go into Discord, create like a post chat, and then find other people.
She's screaming our name. She is hunting us.
Yeah, you can do it on your console with PlayStation too. I don't really know, because to be honest, I don't really like multiplayer games. I play games to escape reality, and I mean, there are a couple games I play with other people, like Helldivers 2 and like Final Fantasy 14. and stuff like that, where you know, I hang out with a very small group of people. But for the most part, when I play games, it's because I need to step out of my reality for a minute and immerse in a cool story. You know, when I was younger, I really liked books and I really liked movies, and to me, a good video game is a perfect mixture between the two. Yeah, that's and that was another thing where like I couldn't get into Baldur's Gate 3, so I mean I wouldn't know. I tried to get into that game a few times, but um I guess that's probably why I never noticed, because you know, I never hopped into a console looking to try to meet new people, you know. So that was something I never really got familiarized with, whether it be Xbox or PlayStation. I mean, I think in my friends list on PlayStation, I only have like 8 people, and 3 of them are my kids. So let me ask you something: Baldur's Gate 3 or Dragon's Dogma 2? That's the real question right now. For me personally, it's got to be Dragon's Dogma 2, because I don't like how you really don't have any control over anything in Baldur's Gate 3 other than just moving your character around. Um, Dude, you got to get Resident Evil on PlayStation. And you need to try that shit in VR. I'm telling you right now, okay, I think PlayStation, okay, PlayStation and their VR thing that they got going on right now, dude, it's, okay, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil Village, Horizon Call of the Mountain, bro. Uh-oh. Oh, no, I fucked up. VR don't own PlayStation. I'm not sure what you mean by that. VR don't own PlayStation 1. What do you mean? Oh, you don't own. Yeah. I want to get the MetaQuest 3 because that Arkham, the Batman Arkham Shadow game that's coming out. Dude, Resident Evil Village on VR, that's top-notch gaming right there.
Get out! Quick, move! Why does she move? You can't. She's broken. Stupid. What are you doing? Look at her. Tiger.
What the hell?
Fear.
Dude, that's a, so the PSVR 2, I could sit in that thing for hours and not get any headaches or blurred vision or anything like that. Usually I used to not like VR because it gave me really bad headaches, and it gave me like walleye or fisheye or whatever that's called, where it hella blurred my vision. But the PSVR 2, bro, amazing, dude. So fucking amazing. When I was playing Horizon Call of the Mountain for the first time, there was a point in time where I slipped and fell off a cliff for the first time, and it genuinely made my heart skip.
She is
Reaching for something.
She wants him. Quick, save him.
Red hand green. Really?
She's brave.
She's stupid.
Really? Did she just hit her in the arm with a fucking toothpick?
She can see into you.
Death by snoo snoo!
She a monster. Are you a monster?
She is
Suffering like you. We can see her. She knows you.
See, this shit right here would be wild in VR. Oh my god, this would be so nuts in VR. Holy shit, it's Golem.
He is helping us.
My precious. Stop thinking. Hide, sir.
She will not spare you again. Go.
She's coming back.
There are some wills so strong they dream a new world. A hell of their own creation. And they will not sit lonely in that nightmare. If you wake the dreamer, does the nightmare die?
He was a monster.
Bro, this game is so much more wild than the first one was, man.
What is happening? Who is she?
So when the volcano erupted, it tore open the wall between this world and
Now this world
Jotunheim.
suffers too.
The giants came flooding from the east, killing and eating
More
whomever
of
they
them,
could lay their
terrifying
hands on.
giants.
Now some of us, we hide,
You have to fight, not hide.
make defenses, struggle on. And some of us use others to stem the tide.
Others? What do you mean?
Shall I tell her, Thorgestur?
Tell me.
Shall I tell her what your father's been doing?
What else is there to do, Fagrimmer? We found a way to keep our people
He
safe.
is part of it too. He
Your
believes.
people are dying.
There is no other way.
Tell us.
What are they doing?
The Gode of Borgarvirki is using slaves. Slaves from your lands. Sacrifices.
Sacrifice.
He's offering them to the giants so that his people will be left.
He takes innocent people.
Evil. This stops now.
Is a monster.
You can't stand alone against us. You have no chance.
He does not see, but he can.
I want to know, how did Homeboy get the
Show
sickness?
him he's a monster. There is another way. There is always another way.
Toga has you marked now.
Or what's it called? The darkness? The infection? How the hell did he get it?
And I will kill her first.
Because when she got it in the first one, wasn't it Mark put on her by
I
Hela?
have killed a god, Falgrim. Nothing is impossible.
And then she had to go and like cleanse herself?
No
He
way.
is right. We cannot kill the giant.
The gods cannot be killed.
You can't. You deserve this.
Why
I should have
did you
went
come
back
here,
through and
Senua?
replayed the first one again because
To stop the slavers.
You thought you were helping them.
it was so short. I burned through it so fast, dude.
Stay. You can't stop them. You can't kill the giant.
The fuck I can't. Watch me.
You can't stop them.
I'm telling you, dude. My theory
will
about
kill
this
the
franchise is that she is in a psychiatric facility, and all of this world around her, is a hallucination as a result of her schizophrenia, dude. I'm telling you, I think that's what's going on here, bro. It's almost like a Sucker Punch style of world development that's going on right here, like a Sucker Punch meets Fight Club. That's why I get these. I don't even have to fuck with batteries. You see that? I just put mine on a charging dock just like you would a PlayStation controller. I mean, you just put it on the charging dock overnight and let it charge. You can get a charging dock for like 15 bucks. And I get the same thing with Xbox. So Xbox actually has a charging dock that you can buy, and you pull the back off, and it comes, so the charging dock comes with 2 customized backs, and it comes with 2 little battery packs, and you put one in each controller, and then you put the custom backs on, and then you drop it on the charging dock and let it charge. Bing. I don't even fuck with batteries. I hate batteries, dude. Batteries drive me nuts because my kids always take mine. They won't even need them, dude. They just take them to take them.
They told you so. You have seen it. You failed again.
No, PlayStation, you can do the same thing. PlayStation,
So
you just
sure, with so little reason.
you just get the cord
I will
and
find
you
a
plug
way.
it in, and you can get like 15-foot, 20-foot cords.
No way. I will always.
That's
be
what I
here
used to
to
do for the
remind you to
PS3.
know your place.
When
Stop
my
you
PS3
getting
controller would
ideas
die, I had
into your
20-foot long
head.
USB cords, and I would just I had them go underneath my rug, and then I had them like taped to the side of my couch, or there was like a little clip on the side of my couch, and I clipped them into that, so if my controller started to die, I would just unclip it, plug it in, and keep playing. See, now I was the opposite. I didn't like the Xbox because that whole thing with the Kinect. That whole thing with the Kinect really pissed me off when they found out that the NSA had the ability to tap your Kinect, and I'm not saying that the government was watching me. It just really pissed me off that they had access to that kind of technology. You know what I mean? I wasn't necessarily worried about them spying on me and wasting millions of dollars in resources to sit and watch my fat ass eat Cheetos and play Gears of War. But it really freaked me out that they could do some eagle eye shit like that.
A light to banish the darkness.
There was a quest like this in the first one. Do I gotta grab the torch? Oh no! I mean, shit, that always happened to me with the batteries. Because I was too poor to afford the batteries. And then I would go to the Dollar Tree and I would buy Dollar Tree batteries, and my shit would last like 30 minutes and die again. Yeah, but back then, dude, rechargeable batteries were expensive. they're not as expensive now, but 20 years ago, dude, rechargeable batteries used to be like fucking ridiculously expensive.
It is not so easy to banish me, child.
You can't beat me down anymore.
My path is the only
Wait a minute.
you are lost and broken.
You can't hurt me.
You will submit to me, or you will die here.
I won't let you stop me.
In fact, I think I still got my rechargeable batteries
Through this night,
from my Xbox 360 days.
you're always blinded by your madness.
Somewhere around here. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've used batteries.
You will never save them. You can't even save yourself. Gods cannot be destroyed. The only path is to seek their favor. If you would just listen to me, Senua.
I don't know about that. I think there still is an older generation that watches a lot of TV, but I think as video games become more mainstream, I think people are gradually moving away from TV and movies and stuff like that, and because video games right now are more popular than they've ever been by a large margin. You know what I mean?
I speak for the gods. The only way to appease them is with sacrifice. Burning flesh and spilling blood fill the skies with smoke.
The torch. You can't do anything without your torch. Trapped here now forever. Think!
Their agony sets us free.
That ain't the right way. Oh no! I know that one with the red light ain't the right way. Nope, that ain't the right way. When it's in, what's up? gotta be this one.
You will never be free, never safe, unless you heed my words.
You can't hurt me. I carry the light.
Light fades, Senua. Light can be killed. The darkness.
I know, I need to hop into Tales of Arise.
Your only constant. There is no way.
I've got a lot of games I'm sitting on right now. Like, I just platinum Stellar Blade. And I've got 9 more till I hit my 50 platinum mark. We're going to do all 3 of the Metro games. That'll put me at 44. Helldivers 2 will be 45. Skull and Bones will be 46. Liza P will be 47. The Last Faith will be 48. Jedi Survivor will be 49. And then Final Fantasy 14 will be 50. And that's my roadmap for platinum.
There is
Dude,
always
Stellar
a way.
Blade is amazing. I wouldn't wait on that game. Well, I'm not going to tell you what you should and shouldn't do.
You will see.
But it's a fucking beautiful game, man.
An abyss you can't crawl out of. A nightmare you can't wake from.
Come on, get up.
I will be waiting. You must do as I say, or you will anger the gods. The gods must be placated. Blood and fire will appease the gods. Death is the only peace they understand. I know the truth, Senua. You just have to submit to me. Let me mold you, shape you, give you strength. Be my daughter again.
The torch. You'll be trapped here forever. You won't be able to see.
I know, I try to get games as soon as they come out because I try to get footage on them as soon as I possibly can, because when I was like in my my mid to late 20s, when I first started getting back into gaming, like when I first started getting sober and all that stuff, and I didn't really know a lot of people that weren't criminals, and I hung out at my house all the time. Uh, if I spent $50 on a game and it sucked, dude, that destroyed me. You know what I mean? I remember one time for PlayStation 3, I ended up buying this game called Quantum Theory, and I spent like $50 on it. And the game sucked ass, dude. And it took me a long time to save up that $50 because back then I didn't have any disposable income. You know, I was working like 3 jobs, going to school, you know, collecting all the recycling in my neighborhood, doing whatever I can to get some extra cash. Uh, you know, and it like that was the point in my life when shit would break me, dude. You know, I'd have to eat top ramen for breakfast, lunch, and dinner just to save a couple extra bucks. And, you know, over the past few years, I'm at a point in my life where I've been pretty blessed. You know what I mean? Like, I've had a lot of good opportunities come my way, and I've gotten to a point where I've gotten some disposable income going on. So I try to get as many new. I don't do sports games at all, period. I don't do racing games unless it's some sort of like weird, uh, you know, different racing game like maybe F-Zero or like Mario Kart or something like that. And I don't do music games either. My whole philosophy is if you're going to put time into becoming a grandmaster legend on Guitar Hero, get a real fucking guitar and play a real guitar. Dude, I'm telling you. But I don't judge people if that's your thing, it's your thing. You know what I mean? If that's how you want to spend your free time, you know, I'm not going to criticize you over it. That's my personal philosophy is I would rather invest time in a real instrument than play Guitar Hero. Anyway, I try to get these games out because I want to be able to put them here on the channel because there might be people that are in that position where they don't have any disposable income. And I would like to be able to provide an opportunity for people to go, hey, man, I know that guy's opinion. He likes a lot of the same shit that I do. And, you know, I've come to trust what he says about games. And I think I'm going to pass on this game for right now. And I try not to be biased with games at all because I'm a huge From Software guy. I love From Software games, even going back to like Tenchu on the PS1 and all that. Well, I don't think that was From Software. It was Activision. But still, like the old Armored Core games and all that. I love those games. I love Final Fantasy games. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Final Fantasy 15 was an amazing game. To my personal opinion, it was a crap game. And when people hear that, I want them to be able to go, okay, I trust his opinion. I'm not going to get Final Fantasy 15. I'm going to get, you know, The Last of Us instead or something like that. And that was that was how my channel, the way it is now, came to be. It originally started out as me filming concerts during COVID because I had a friend that was in the hospital during COVID, and he was my concert buddy at the time. We'd go to concerts all over the state that I live in. But he couldn't, so I started going to concerts and filming the concerts. But my videos kept getting red flagged because of copyright, which I don't get it. It's a public place. But my videos still kept getting red flagged, and they kept getting struck and taken down. And I was like, screw this. You know what I mean? This is bullshit. So I started doing, and I still do it. You know, because I collect a lot of statues and stuff. I started doing videos on those, and I was like, my friend was like, dude, you get every new game that comes out. You should start doing videos on all those games. And that's why right now I'm trying to learn how to edit video. I'm been trying to teach myself how to edit video so I can get through these games and then get an honest review out for the people that watch it. But if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't buy as many games as I do right now, because honestly, I don't play most of them. I still have games from the PS4, when the PS4 first came out, still in plastic, like Skyrim. When Skyrim first dropped for the PS4, I bought it. It's still in the plastic sitting right there. I can see it right there. You know, I just never opened it. I'm not really one for horror games, although I do have to say, Dead Space, the Dead Space remake, I played that, and that is an amazing game. Callisto Protocol was okay. I really love the Resident Evil games that are in VR, like Village and 4. To me, if you're a Resident Evil fan, it's honestly worth it to get that VR system for the PlayStation so you can play those games, dude. I honestly feel like VR was made for Resident Evil. Dude, those games are fucking beautiful in VR. In fact, like, I've been really itching to go back through Village in VR lately, and I think I might do it.
It's time to give up, child. Leave this land.
There was actually a really awesome horror game that came out for the PS2 called The Suffering. And it's one of my favorite games of all time. It's like one of my top 50 favorite games of all time. It's called The Suffering. It was done by Midway, the same company that created Mortal Kombat. And if you're a horror fan and you have a PS2, you can probably find it online for like $5. It's an amazing game. The graphics now, they're going to be shit, and they're going to be hard to sit through. But, dude, that was an amazing game. It had a sequel. The sequel wasn't really that good. It was called The Ties That Bind, and it was meh. But The Suffering in itself was an amazing game when it first came out. It's about this guy that's like a monster, and he doesn't know he's a monster. And he ends up going to like this island prison that's a lot like Alcatraz in California. You know, where it used to be like a military base and a psychiatric hospital at one point, and like a native reservation at one point. And all these demons from all these different time periods are on the island, and you have to fight them all, and you can make good choices and bad choices. But it's a really amazing game. Dead by Daylight's not really my thing. Friday the 13th was a game that I had a lot of hours in. But by the time Dead by Daylight had come around, I went the Friday the 13th route. That was a game that I played with my kid a lot. Me and my group of friends were really heavy into Friday the 13th. And by the time Dead by Daylight came around, I was just like, no, you know, we're a Friday the 13th family, and Jason Voorhees isn't in Dead by Daylight, so I kind of just, I played it a few times. It was all right, but I really couldn't get into it. Same thing with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I tried playing that, and I couldn't really get into it. Oh, dude, Elden Ring is one of the most popular games of all time.
I see it here.
I fucking love
Elden. I was lost like I was.
Elden Ring is probably like my fourth or fifth favorite game of all time.
Sacrifices.
Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice being number one.
I speak the truth.
Well, that and the DLC for Elden Ring comes out in
Must
like
cleanse
4
our
weeks too.
sins
So,
with sacrifice. It
oh
is
my
the
God, I
word
can't
of
wait!
God.
Shadow of the Earth Tree in like 4 or 5 weeks.
Your mother sinned and was sacrificed, and the people prospered until you came back, bringing sin with you. The gods cannot be killed. All we can do is placate them. Slake their thirst with blood and fire.
I see through your darkness now. I see through your lies. And I will show them how to see as I do. I will not appease your gods. Will destroy them.
I don't know how that'll go either.
Lies, your father's lies.
Remember, he tried to
Because-
hold you down in the darkness.
Darkness.
Told you there was no way out.
That the gods ruled you.
I know that they're trying to acquire
You were
it.
strong.
Maybe you can fight back now.
She can fight back.
She can.
Maybe
But
there's a way to pull through.
Epic is a little too big, I think, for
Darkness.
Microsoft. Unless like the leaders of Epic are just like, we're done here. Go ahead and buy this so we can go be billionaires on an island somewhere.
She sees it now.
I don't really see
You are
like
wrong,
Epic is at
Falconer.
the top of their game right now
Giants,
with
they
like
can be
Fortnite and shit. Fortnite is basically just free
I'm not
money.
sure I believe that.
It is just
But I
it's
think if
straight
anyone
up
can
it's
find
like
a
a
way.
money printing machine right now.
He knows we are special.
Before, when I rescued
And
you,
He understands.
even though I
you were
don't
waiting
like
for
the
me.
game,
He
I've
felt us
got to
coming,
give it
but
to
I've never
them.
met you.
How can he see
They're
this?
successful.
here's someone, come.
You know, they hit their target on the
Somebody
money,
different.
You
right
are
in the
different.
middle of the
Somebody with the
bullseye.
ability
You
to
know what
look
I
at the
mean?
world and see what might be.
You are special.
Now what is?
She's not special.
And that is you.
She's just like the others.
No, she
I've
is
seen
special.
you listening to the voices that we cannot hear. To the Verdir and Gandir.
Voices.
How does he know about us?
You have the ability to see behind the veil. You are Sedkona.
I haven't
See
read anything about
whether
that.
you know it yet or not.
Seer,
What is this he speaks of?
do you know?
I know.
Do you
Can't you
know?
download Steam on Xbox?
Iltoiga.
Where does she go when the sun is up?
She brings suffering to
Because
everyone.
look here, I have this thing.
A
Hold on.
monster
She hides down there
hiding,
under the
waiting.
cover of the cliff. She's there most days, just staying close,
These people live in fear.
waiting for us to slip.
Constant fear.
They are waiting to
You
die.
cannot approach her down there in the shadows. You don't stand a chance. And she won't come out until it's night.
You have to do something. This is why you have been called here, Senua.
They shouldn't live in fear.
He knows. Listen to him.
Hang on, hang on. I have this thing right here.
Have you heard of the Hidden Folk?
Hidden folk.
The hidden folk.
Yeah,
Have you heard of them?
a secret people, powerful, aloof. Once they were gods or something like, but now they hide themselves
So
in the earth.
this thing right here is
Even the giants
G-Force.
steer clear.
The giants fear them.
If the giants fear them, they must hold the key to
They
their
hold the secret.
Will they help us?
It's
Well,
Logitech powered by
And I have
Android.
no love for man.
This thing is actually,
Whatever
if you're an
ties we
Xbox
have
guy,
weaved from heartbreak
this thing
and
right
despair.
here is actually a badass little
Oh, I
device
did
for a couple
consume
$100
a bit of
bucks.
bread.
Has found them.
Just once.
So it is not
And I did
impossible.
grab me what I saw.
Especially if you're Samsung too, or if you're an Android
will
phone
test
user, not an
you.
We have
iPhone.
been tested
They might even
before.
try to kill you.
If you're an iPhone user and you play Xbox, or if you're not an iPhone user, if you're an Android user and you play Xbox, this right here is probably going to be your best friend. It might be dead. Nope. Okay. So, as you can see, I've got Google Play, Xbox. I can remote play my Xbox. Like, I can plug into my Xbox and start playing this right now. I've got Xbox Cloud Gaming. I've got NVIDIA GeForce, Steam Link. And that's what I thought they were trying to do with this right here, is they were trying to get them all into one thing. Like Google Play and all that, and GeForce, and because I know GeForce is a lot like Epic Games too, where they've got their own little store and you can go and buy games and all that stuff. I need to do a review on this. This thing is, if you're an Xbox guy, this thing is pretty badass, and it's only like $200 on Amazon. I need to get my review out for this because, bro, this thing's pretty sick.
But if you win their favor,
We might die.
it might give you what you seek.
There's
Where can I
also
find
this
them?
right here
They will
too.
give
Check
us what
this
we
out.
seek.
There's a rock, close to here, where they are said to live.
This is a little
Entrance
pricier
is
though.
hidden.
I'm almost
You might
done
find
with
it.
my video for this
They
right
want
here.
you to, you will.
I will find it.
That is an aftermarket product.
We
So
might
this
die
right
down
here,
there.
No,
We could die trying to find them.
they will give us what we seek.
this
They are
right here is
dangerous.
called the Lenovo
They will
Legion.
help us.
I love this thing.
We will make them.
So imagine a Steam Deck,
They know things. They can see things. They can hear things.
a PC
They are the
laptop,
ones that brought
and the
us here.
Nintendo Switch all rolled into one.
That brought us here.
They will save
This
everyone.
thing is badass. It's got a big ass screen on it.
They will show you how to end the giants.
They will save you.
Dude, and if you're an Xbox guy,
Be careful.
this right here it should be your buddy. It's basically just a portable PC, and it's only I know this is gonna sound expensive, dude. This is a big screen right here. For a mobile device, this is a big screen. That's a big ass screen. But I have Battle.net. I have Electronic Arts. So, and check this out. The Joy-Cons come off too. So, I mean, there I am, uploading Xbox. If you've got the extra cash for this thing right here, I highly, highly recommend this. I've got my Steam account on here. I've got my Xbox Game Pass account. Like right now, I can play Diablo 4. I can play Fallout 1, Fallout 2, Fallout 3, Fallout 4. Fallout 76. I've got Persona 3 Reloaded downloaded. Control, Quantum Break, Dead Space 2, Dead Space 3, Hellblade 2. What else? Like, dude, this thing is amazing. Oh yeah, I mean, I like playing on a 55 I'm talking about like for mobile. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna play this thing at my house, dude. Your eye is a kite. No, I'm gonna play on my $3,000 PC. But as like for mobile, like tomorrow, I have to go sit somewhere for a couple of hours. I'm taking that thing with me, and I'm gonna play some Diablo 4. That's what, when I really want to immerse in a game, I've got my 70-inch screen TV right here, or it's 72 inches. I'll play on that. Like when I really want to get into a game, Booyakasha, the big ass screen TV. The new Tomb Raider. Okay, that's the hole that I came up from. Why haven't I found any of those Skirgans? Tomb Raider, I got to admit, that's a franchise that I've never played. I've never played a Tomb Raider game.
What is he doing?
Bro, this is nuts, like how detailed this environment is.
What about the others? I don't know. We're better to stay away from them.
Shit, I've missed two of them at some point in time.
At the place known as Rifsker, Thorgrim found a huge finback whale, beached and dead. His neighbour, Thorfinn, had already found it and was in the process of flensing it. But Thorgrim claimed it as his own. Thorfinn said he would not give it up without a fight. If that's what you want, Thorgrim said, let it be so. And he launched a blow at Thorfinn, cutting off his head in one strike.
I do like how they added the little trees to this to kind of make the story a little more immersive, so to speak. You kind of get more of like what's going on in the world around Senua. Ben 10 is a little after my time, and I never got a chance to really get into the Wii. By the time I got back into gaming, the Wii U was out, and they were already starting to push the Switch.
We should kill him while his guard is down.
And I'm not gonna lie, when I first got back into gaming, it was PS3 and Xbox 360. I was playing a lot of Halo and a lot of Gears of War and a lot of Final Fantasy. A lot of what was that? Infamous. The Infamous series, dude. That's another great franchise that needs to get revisited. Is fucking Infamous, dude. Those games were amazing. Infamous 1 and 2, and even the other one with Delzum, Second Son. It wasn't as good as the first two, but dude, it was still, oh man, it was a great franchise. I honestly think so too. But like I said, I'm not really a multiplayer kind of guy. I'm pretty antisocial. So you know, like I said earlier, I don't really like. It would be like to me, multiplayer is like let's say I'm reading a book, and you're reading the same book. And we're just like sitting next to each other on the couch, reading the book to each other out loud. That to me, that's what multiplayer is like in a big way. I just like when you read a book, you know, you put in your earplugs, and you kind of like you tuck in and you just get into your book. You shut all the lights off, you get your little bookworm light, and you just get into the book. You know what I mean? And then you build this world inside your head. And for me, that's what video games are. They're basically just they're the best of both worlds of books and movies.
Been chosen.
Like this game is a perfect example right here.
Only she can save them. All the people here dying in this nightmare.
To be honest, I never played. I played Mass Effect, but I never played multiplayer.
And she's running out of time. Every day that dies.
The only multiplayer that I wish I really would have gotten into was Arkham Origins.
Light fading from their eyes and name cast.
I really liked it how somebody could play as the Joker and another person could play as Two-Face, and then you had two more people that played as Batman and Robin. I really dug that style of multiplayer. And I wish I could find somebody else that had their PS3 set up with Arkham Origins so I could get some multiplayer action and so I could platinum that game. Well, and that's another thing too, is I don't feel like hearing some 12-year-old scream into the microphone, you know, bah, 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 you know, and or some punk-ass kid that's just talking shit because there's 1,000 miles in between you and him. And it's just... I don't know. I've become a different person. Like, I played Call of Duty World War II and Destiny. Those were like, other than Final Fantasy 14, those were the only like multiplayer games that I really got into. And I became an angry person playing COD. Like, I became a real angry person. What the hell? Okay, that's the way I came from. Bro, this shit is such a trip, dude. She is like frying balls right now. Look at her. Okay, so I can't go that way. No, Cyberpunk 2077 is actually really good. The only reason I stopped playing Cyberpunk 2077 is because when it first came out, there was a lot of stuff wrong with that game. But I have been wanting to get back into that game. In fact, I'm trying to find the collector's edition right now.
It's them. The world has changed. Upside down. They are alive.
Upside down. Round and round.
Find the other offering. They can hear us. We cannot hear them yet. Get closer. Focus. Focus.
I mean, I don't think it's the LG whatever part. I think they're it's that they're pushing virtue signaling. Like
Dead bodies. Bodies everywhere.
Will she fail this test? She
and
will.
it's just
They are
so what Sweet Baby Inc. is trying to do. Like, I don't care if a character is gay. I really don't. It doesn't bother. There are gay people out in the world. You know, it is what it is. Um, you know, and it's when people push. It's anytime I play a game, like, I can't just play as a character. Their sexual preference is forced on me, whether it's gay or straight. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, if I just want to hop into a game and I want to cast some spells and swing a sword, I just want to hop into a game and cast some spells and swing a sword. You know what I mean? But it's getting to a point right now where like okay, let me talk about the Little Mermaid. Okay, the Little Mermaid is a perfect example of this and how they race swapped the Little Mermaid. That bothers me for two reasons. Not because she's black. I could care less about that. I mean, there are a lot of black characters that are fucking amazing. Okay, Spawn being one of them. One of my favorite comic book characters of all time is a black man. Um, America Chavez is an original Hispanic character. Kudos. She could be an awesome character. She could be an amazing character. Falcon is another amazing character. Power Man, i.e. Luke Cage. There's a lot. Jubilee. I love Jubilee as a character. I actually have her first appearance, a graded CGC 9.4 Girls Night Out, X-Men number 244, up there on my wall. It's not that, it's the fact that these are like what they did with what the Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings primarily takes place in you know uh, the northern hemisphere during medieval times. There was a lot of people with red hair. You know what I mean? There was a lot of gingers going around. And Game of Thrones is a perfect example of this as well. You know what I mean? Where Game of Thrones had a lot of diversity in it, but they had these people all over the world. You know what I mean? And it was able to expand the world in which this story was telling so much more, instead of having all these people just mixed together. It would be the same thing if they made a movie like Cleopatra. Cleopatra was Greek Macedonian. She was like Casper the Ghost, white. She was like white, but maybe like with a little olive colored skin. But it would be like casting a movie about Martin Luther King and putting Ryan Gosling as Martin Luther King. Like, it just, there's story there, there's culture there that gets shit on for modern day politics. And when you say stuff like that, you're labeled as racist and homophobic and all this other stuff. And it's like, no. If they made a movie about Malcolm X and they cast Russell Crowe as Malcolm X, I would be just as pissed as I am about the Little Mermaid thing. You know what I mean? Like, there's, like, we get told a lot of times that Caucasian people don't have culture, and let's, like, the Irish have culture, the Italians have culture, the Spaniards have culture. There's culture there. There's a lot, but you get these politics like what's going on with Sweet Baby Inc. Where we're sitting there playing God of War, and all of a sudden there are rainbow flags everywhere. Like, what? Bro, this, what? And I'm not saying that that sexual preference wasn't around back then, because it always has been. Um, that's just one of those things. But when it's in everything, I'm like, bro, and it's too much. It is way too much. Not to mention, honestly, to me, sexuality is a very private thing. It's a very private thing that I don't feel needs to be discussed publicly. Like, I would get just as mad if I were like walking down the road and I saw like a straight couple like groping each other and making out on a park bench. It would bug me just as much as it would if I saw a gay couple doing the same thing, because that's like, go get a hotel room, and it's not the actual act itself, it's where the act is taking place. Like, that's a private thing. Go somewhere else, or go be sneaky and go off in the bushes behind the building if you want some excitement. Don't just sit here and start with some rated X shit right here where my fucking 3-year-old can see it. You know what I mean? It's everywhere, and it's being incorporated into any and every storyline that is being told. And it's just like, the other day I saw, we were checking out this tattoo shop, and I saw this sticker on one of the artists on their station, and it was Batman and Robin making out. And not even thinking about it, I was like, oh, that's so gross. And they flipped out at me and got mad because they took it as I was against homosexuality. And I was like, no. Like, Bruce Wayne essentially adopted Dick Grayson. That's his son. You know what I mean? After Dick Grayson's parents died, Bruce Wayne adopted him. And Dick Grayson became his son. So to me, that's, you know what I mean? And Robin's only like fucking 14 years old. That's like, you know what I mean? Why the hell? Like, Robin as a character is a very young individual. It's when he becomes Nightwing, is like when he is, reaches adulthood and all that, and he goes off on his own. That's when he becomes a Nightwing. If I got my story right, I think it's about the time he turned like 19 or 20. He goes off and he becomes Nightwing. But, for his time as Robin, he's like 12 to 16 or 17 years old. He's a kid, a young kid at that. And I tried to explain it like that. But I was a bigot. I was a homophobe. I was a this and I was a that. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm so sick of modern day politics, dude. It's all right, Mando. It was good talking to you, man. I probably won't stream tomorrow morning just because I've got my kid's graduation and stuff, but I definitely will be back tomorrow evening because I'm probably going to hop off here soon too. But I've got a pretty stacked day tomorrow, even though I've got the day off. I've got a lot of stuff with my kids I got to do in the morning. I've got 2 graduations I've got to attend tomorrow morning. And I've got my grandma's funeral at some point in time this weekend, so I'm not sure when that's going to be. I'm thinking probably Sunday. Oh, excuse me. So, I don't know. But yeah. Thanks for hopping in, dude. Thanks for all the great conversation. That's what I want here at this channel. I want people to be able to come and just talk about some cool ass nerd shit. You know, movies, music, whatever. So thank you for stopping by. Why did I do that? Where'd Winnie go? Is Winnie still here? Winnie, where are you at?
What is hidden? We will see.
You're uncharacteristically quiet right now. What's going on? I know you got some Chosen updates.
Passed this test, Senua. But there will be more.
There's always more.
Well done, Senua.
She is strong enough.
You will not die like the others before.
You will survive this.
Fargrim knew.
He could see her.
See what she really is.
He knows about us.
He can hear us as well.
He doesn't hate her.
Hate us.
Not like the others.
He accepts her.
He
Accepts
knows
us.
her.
He wasn't surprised.
The Skalds say that the neighbors fought, armed only with the knives and axes they had brought to cut up the whale, even picking out the whale ribs to beat down their enemies. Thorgrim's men had loaded their boats with whale meat, but as they went to leave, one of their opponents struck Thorgrim's brother a fatal blow. And this is how hunger fates desperate men to come to blows, striking out against one another to survive.
They are hiding from her.
They want more from us.
The next test.
Okay, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and end this here. Just because I need to wake up in like 6 hours. I'm going to try to do a couple different streams tomorrow. I want to hop into Dragon's Dogma too. So I need to do a video on Entropia, the demo. So I'll probably hop into that for a couple of hours tomorrow. And then I also I really need to get into Dragon's Dogma too. So hopefully I'll be able to get a couple of videos. We're going to this is going to be the main focus for now. And I think we'll probably be working on some Dragon's Dogma 2 as well. We're at 41 platinums so far. We've got 9 more to go to hit our goal for the 50 platinums. And I've already got a roadmap lined out, and hopefully I'll be able to hit it in the next couple months or so. Because once the Elden Ring DLC comes out, dude, that's it. I'm not going to be playing anything else. So, I would like to do another rewind at some point in time and get a retro game going on. If you guys got any suggestions or anything, let me know. Go ahead and hop over to the Instagram or the Discord or the Facebook group and just DM me and let me know if you've got any suggestions or not. I know quite a few people have asked me to go into Red Dead Redemption 2, and I would like to get into that at some point in time, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen in the near future. Maybe after I platinum the Elden Ring DLC, we will see. But I've got a lot of digital games I need to go through as well too, and I have a few days off, so I'm gonna get all my other videos that I've got loaded up, hopefully by the end of this weekend, so I can get those reviews out for you guys, and then yeah, I think that's it. So I want to thank all you guys for stopping by tonight. It's been greatly appreciated. You know, it's been a really rough couple of weeks for me. I've had a couple of right hooks from life that kind of staggered me a little bit. But I'm trying to stay on my feet. I'm trying to stay focused with my eyes on the prize. And hopefully, you know, I'll be able to figure this out. So, that being said, I hope you guys all have an excellent night, and I will catch you guys again tomorrow with some more Hellblade 2, Senuas Saga, and